We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello friends and my dear students, you are listening to Professor Kanchwala. Before going ahead, I would like to congratulate GTU and all their supporting staff for providing such a nice platform so that all the students of GTU affiliated colleges can hear different subject experts directly. In today's lesson, I will teach you superposition theorem and the relevant exercises. Okay, this topic is from simple stress and strain chapter, which is the most important chapter in terms of exam point of view. Okay, so let's see. So first we will see principle of superposition theorem statement. Okay, so what is its statement? Here you can see, if a body is acted upon by a number of loads on various segments or various sections of a body, then net effect on the body is the sum of the effects caused by each of the loads acting independently on the respective segment of the body. Means each segment can be considered in equilibrium condition. This is done making a diagram of the segment along with various forces acting on it, and we call this diagram as free body diagram. So next we will discuss it in details. So here one steel bar is given and you can see that it is acted upon different loads on different segments. So net effects will be the sum of the effects of loads acting on individual sections. Here you can see that. Okay, so here figure is divided in 3 segments, 3 sections, and each section should be in equilibrium condition. Okay, so start from first section. So here first section is AA and AB, means AB section is there. So in first section load P is acting on section AA and it is tensile. Okay, so as per superposition theorem, on section BB it should be the same magnitude and opposite direction, means here on section BB it should also be P. Okay, for balancing. Understood? And here you can see that on section AB length L1 is given, area is same on all the 3 sections, that's why A1 is equal to A. Okay, load is P. So deformation we will get, or elongation we can say that del L1 is equal to P1 L1 by A1E. Here A1 is equal to A because area is same, that's why delta L1 is equal to P. P1 is equal to here P, that's why it is P L1 upon AE. Okay, so go to next section BC. So here you can see that in section BC load R is acting. Okay, and here you can see that load R is acting and it is tensile. Okay, and previously in section 1.1 on section BB load P tensile is acting. Okay, so we have to consider it also. So here on section 2, on section BB, we are having two force. Force R, it is in tensile, P, it is in also tensile. That's why R is equal to P plus R. Okay. If it will be compressive, R will be compressive, then here equation is R is equal to P minus R. Okay. But in our case, R is tensile, that's why it is positive, that's why R is equal to P plus R. Understood? So on section CC, it should also R plus P for balancing, okay, for equilibrium. That's why over here deformation del L2 is equal to, we will get P2 L2 upon A2E, P2 is R, that's why R L2 upon AE. Understood? Go to third section CD. Okay, so over here you can see that on CD section, on CC, compressive force S is given. That's why on its free body diagram we have put S as compressive, and also in previous section BC, on section CC we are having R plus P in tensile. Okay, so here we have to put it also R. R means R plus P. Okay, and it must be balanced by Q. Here whatever we are getting minus S plus R, it will be balanced by Q. Understood? Minus S plus R, it should be balanced by Q. Okay, here we can see that R means from previous section, R is equal to P plus R, it is tensile, and here S is compressive, that's why it is minus S. Now what is the final result? Minus S plus R is positive or negative, it depends on value of S. If S is more than R, if S is more than R, then it will be negative. If S is less than that of R, then it will be positive. And finally it should be balanced with Q. Okay, so here you have to remember that starting from left side means section AA, P. Okay, we are starting from section AA and with load P, and at the end on section DD it should be balanced with Q. Means whatever load we will get on section CC on the third segment CD, it should be balanced with Q. Means it should be so here as per the superposition theorem we will get net effect will be the sum of the loads acting on all the individual segments as per the statement of the theorem. That's why here through all these three sections we can get final deformation delta L is equal to del L1 plus del L2 plus del L3 is equal to PL1 upon AE plus RL2 upon AE plus SL3 upon AE. Okay, so this formula you have to use for solving the example. Okay, so here you can see the theorem. Okay, so let's see some practice example so that you can better understand this concept. Okay, so let's go ahead. So here one exercise is given. A steel bar of 25 mm diameter is acted upon by forces as shown in the figure. What is the elongation of the bar? And take modulus of elasticity E is equal to 190 GPa, means it is 190 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. We have to take all the units in Newton and mm. Understood? So the figure is given. Okay, so here we are starting load of 60 kilonewton from PP, and it should be balanced with 50 kilonewton. Means whatever answer we are getting on section RS, it should be 50. Means it should be balanced. Understood? So first of all, we will convert these diagram into three segments. So here three segments are there. On first segment, we will have 60 kilonewton on section PP tensile force. Okay, so on section QQ it should be 60 kilonewton. Okay, so here you can see that on section PP 60. So for balancing that on QQ it should be 60. Understood? Length L1 is 2 meter is given, diameter is 25 mm is given. Then section QR. So here in section QR, tensile force is given 20 kilonewton. Okay, and on the previous section QQ, we got 60 kilonewton on section QQ. Okay, so we have to consider it also over here. So we have put both the forces, 120 kilonewton, it is also in tensile, 60 kilonewton, it is also in tensile. Okay, so final summation we will get 60 plus 20 means 80 kilonewton. Okay, so on section RR it should be balanced with 80 kilonewton. Okay, now in section RS, so here 30 kilonewton load is given, but it is compressive, means minus. Okay, so here on RR minus 30 kilonewton is given, and on the previous section QR, on RR section we got 80 kilonewton tensile. Okay, so we put 80 kilonewton tensile over here and minus 30 means compressive load over here. So final we will get 80 minus 30 means 50 kilonewton. Okay, so it should be balanced with the given load on SS is equal to 50 kilonewton. Okay, so over here on the left side of RR we should get 50 kilonewton, means it should be balanced with 50 kilonewton. Okay, now and over here you can see that length L1, L2, L3 is given. Okay, for all these three sections. Okay, so for all these three segments we will find out elongations individually. So before finding out elongation, we will find its area. A is equal to pi by 4 d square. So we will get 490.88 mm square. It is same for all these three segments. Okay, so elongation for all individual segment, delta L1 is equal to P1 L1 upon A1 E1. So here we will put the values. All the values we have to take in Newton and mm. Okay, so convert it respectively. Delta L2 is equal to P2 L2 upon A2 E2. So here we put the given values. Delta L3 is equal to P3 L3 upon A3 E3. So we also put the respective values. Okay, and at the end, according to the superposition theorem, we will find net elongation. So it is delta L is equal to delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3. So here you can see that 1 upon 490.88 into 190 into 10 raised to 3, it is same for all these three segments. Okay, so we will common it. So here you can see that finally we will get 3.75 mm. So it is the final elongation of the bar. We will get such amount of elongation in the bar. Understood? So this is the superposition theorem. Examples may be repeatedly in exam. Also theory it may be asked in exam as a short question or MCQ, etc. Understood? So before pick up this lecture, we will also see application and limitation of this theorem. So what is its application? So superposition theorem is applicable to all parameters like stress, strain and deflection. It may be asked as objective questions. Okay, and what is its limitations? So the materials which don't follow Hooke's law, means the material which is not applicable to non-linear stress strain characteristics on that cases we cannot use superposition theorem. So this is the limitation of this superposition theorem. Understood? Okay, so I think you better understood today's lesson, which is most important for the university exam. Okay friends, and dear students, so if you have any query, then you can contact me via email. My mail ID is rakib.abdul50@yahoo.com, rakib.abdul50@yahoo.com. okay, so you can send me all your queries. I will definitely answer all your queries. Okay, so see you soon.